The Colleen Ballinger situation took the internet by storm, and once her apology video dropped, it got even wilder. But now, we got some news, I guess, to add to the situation thanks to one person. You all know who Jojo Siwa is. She's the lady that got dissed by the baby. Jojo Siwa, bitch. To be completely honest, I don't remember why Jojo Siwa is famous. She was on like Dance Moms or something. I just know that her merch is literally everywhere. It was all over Nickelodeon, she's in Target, she's in Walmart, like literally anywhere where kids buy things. There you go. She's hella famous and probably very, very well off. But her career is now in the fucking mud. Because over the last week, she went on a podcast with Howie Mandel, I believe. Which, if you guys don't know who that is, that's the dude who just like showed a puckered butthole on his Instagram. And she basically went on to completely defend Colleen Ballinger and her actions to a point where she straight up called the victims of Colleen liars.
It's not okay because a lot of it is based off of lies.
Okay, so what happened? What led up to this? Like I said, she went on a podcast. It's ran by Howie Mandel and some other lady. I don't know who she is. But basically, she went on to say that she's known Colleen since she was 12, which red fucking flag there already, and that Colleen is like her hero and like she's been looking up to Colleen forever.
And then when the episode came out, Colleen saw how upset me and Nia were, and she reached out to Holly and was like, I would love to like make this up to you guys. She was like, I was wondering where Jojo and Nia were, like I had no idea that this was the case, like please, like whatever you guys want, like I just want to make the kids happy, like I just want Jojo and Nia to not be sad anymore. And so we ended up going to dinner with Colleen, and it was me and my mom and Nia and Holly. And Colleen was telling me that night about YouTube and how her whole family did it and how it was awesome and she vlogs her life. And that night is when I went home and I made my YouTube channel and decided that that was going to be my career essentially. And
that's a wonderful, sweet, appropriate story.
With the context of Colleen being a predator, you would think that Jojo would look back at that time and be like, huh, wait a minute. Something's not right about that. Because it isn't. Something is very much not right about that, and that should honestly be the biggest red flag in the fucking world. But she's basically trying to say that the internet kind of took the drama and ran with it a little too much and was able to capitalize off of it, which, not my words, literally hers, and that's the reason she's getting canceled. Not because she was sending nudes of coworkers to literal minors and talking about her sex life with literal minors, but because the internet does internet things and she got canceled for that, basically. So what's up with the glazing here? Why is Jojo Siwa defending Colleen so vividly? It's because Colleen is, I guess, the reason why Jojo Siwa started a YouTube channel to begin with. At least that's what she says in this podcast. She also goes on to say that like she's been an inspiration to her and she's like a hero and she's a role model and she's been looking up to her since she was a child. And they've done hundreds of videos together, like a lot more than I thought. I didn't even know Jojo Siwa was in this drama to begin with, but apparently she's been doing videos with not just Colleen, but also her entire family, which if you guys don't remember from my last video, her entire family's in the shitter right now because all of them were in on it. Yes, that is the part of the drama that people fail to mention, is that the entirety of Colleen Ballinger's family was also in those group chats. They were also talking to minors inappropriately. Every single last one of them. Adam McIntyre goes into way greater detail about this than I can. He's also one of the victims. Anytime I have a Colleen video, I always shout him out. He's where you should be getting this information from. But she goes on to like just straight up fucking victim blame and like outright lie on this podcast.
The internet can take a lie and run so far with it, so far that it's to the point where you just can't do anything about it.
Honestly, she shouldn't have said anything at all. I think this is the craziest move, especially since this is such a sensitive subject. Why would you ever throw yourself into this? It's a clear sign that she doesn't have a good PR team, or she just straight up doesn't have one in general. Otherwise, this interaction would have never happened. And I mean, it's not like she didn't see this coming. Like I said, she has done countless videos with Colleen. So she should have known that if she was going to go on a podcast, these are the questions that would have been asked to her. So it's not like she was just straight up blindsided by this. The foresight that she should have had was crazy, but she like completely fumbled here, and now her entire career is like teetering because of that. To be honest, it doesn't really matter if Jojo Siwa's career falls off or not. I mean, she's made millions of fucking dollars off of brand deals and whatever else Jojo Siwa does, I guess. It's not like she's gonna be like living on the streets or anything if she gets canceled. The glazing on this podcast is fucking crazy. I mean, the whole way through, she is like praising Colleen as if she were a saint, which even more insane that she doesn't realize what she's saying and the context that she's saying it in, because it criminalized Colleen even more.
The difference with Colleen and I is we were once I became her friend and she became my friend, and she became somebody that I looked up to. She became somebody that I idolized. She became somebody that I was like, wow, this person is a hard worker. She's a genius. She's a very strong YouTuber. And I idolized that, you know? And so throughout our friendship, we've probably filmed 100 videos together, and she's cool, you know? And I think the problem is the internet was able to capitalize off of her cancellation, and they still are, and they still are continuing to, and it's...
Listen to yourself. You were clearly groomed. The context of Colleen being a predator should immediately set off some red flags about her befriending you when you were 12. So to just sit there and act like she's a saint and have like literally no foresight into what you're saying is unbelievable, honestly. And I get the whole not wanting to see your heroes be a bad person or anything like that, but holy fuck, come on, lady. She did awful fucking things. At least admit that. And to be fair, Jojo Siwa was not a good person either. I mean, she's apparently notorious for making friends with all the worst people on YouTube, including another known predator, James Charles. So I don't know if that says anything about Jojo's character as a whole, but that's not a real good sign. And it's not like this is a new thing for Jojo Siwa to be groomed. It's been a known thing in her career since the very, very beginning. Because if you guys don't, like, it's an open secret that when a child star or a child actor or whatever comes up, they were groomed into that, and it wasn't like their decision. I mean, it was like halfway. They're probably like 5 and were like, I want to be a superstar, and then their parents were just like, do you now? And then proceeded to live vicariously through their kids. It happens constantly, so it's not to be unexpected that there are awful people surrounding Jojo Siwa's career. And why did she not like hire a PR team for this? This was a fucking mess, and this is probably what's going to be talked about for a good minute, because like Colleen Ballinger's situation is still very fucking hot. We're all waiting for her to drop something and like admit to something. Because whenever the news of Adam McIntyre has dropped a video alongside with Trisha Paytas, because Trisha Paytas is also a big player in this, because Colleen Ballinger sent all of her like sex work and stuff to minors in group chats. So it's just a little crazy, which they go into more detail about Jojo Siwa's role in all of this. I haven't watched the video just yet, but hey, if you're curious, go check it out, because it might be quite criminalizing, honestly. I very much think that this does not help Colleen's case whatsoever. Fucking ever. The glazing and the meat writing that Jojo Siwa does in this podcast is a telltale sign that she has no fucking idea that she was groomed into defending this woman. Because in this podcast, there are so many red flags that it is crazy. It's like a 7-minute clip. All of it is just Jojo Siwa criminalizing Colleen Ballinger even more without realizing it. I just think it's insane that you can be a predator online and have people still meat writing the hell out of you for very provable things. I mean, we also have like EDP, who is getting like defended by YouTube right now for some weird fucking reason, which that's a whole other tangent. Even though he got caught twice, you know, it's whatever. Shit like this most definitely should not be on the platform filled with children, of all places. Anyways, that's gonna probably be the end of the video. It's kind of a short one just because this situation was super short as well. If you liked the video, go ahead and please leave a like. If you didn't, I don't know, dude, leave a dislike. It doesn't really matter. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. Only like 2% of the people that watch my videos are actually subscribed to me, and that hurts my feelings. Shout out to the one and only silly goose Harley for ascending beyond humanity and well being a silly goose, which you can do too for only $5 a month. If you do become a silly goose, you get amazing benefits, out of this world benefits. I'm talking emotes, I'm talking badges, I'm talking special member only posts and special member only videos, maybe. So go ahead and join. That'd be pretty cool. And a quick little update for you guys. I'm in the midst of working on a series for this channel. So there's that. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but it's going to be pretty damn cool. It's going to take a little while. I've got a couple other videos lined up that I'm going to be dropping before I even drop the first... I've got a couple other videos lined up before I even drop the first episode of this series. But hey, we'll see what happens. It's gonna be a little more serious and a little more, how would you say, a little more well-researched than most of my other videos. So it's going to be kind of a longer video essay series type thing. It's not gonna be so much in the commentary space that I've been kind of doing. It's more along the lines of a video essay and, like, you know, that kind of stuff. If you watched my last video, it's gonna be kind of like that. So I'm very much hoping you guys enjoy it. I'm in the midst of working on it. And if this video does come out late, I just want you guys to know that I went through a kind of weird writer's block where I had like no fucking ideas at all for like a good week straight, and then literally the day before filming this video, so yesterday for me, I don't know when the fuck for you guys, I just had every single idea imaginable, and it was the worst time ever because I could not write all of them at once. So yeah, just wanted to update you guys on that. And hey, if you haven't watched my last video already, please go ahead and do so. I thought it was pretty good, and I did put a little more effort into that one than I usually do, so go check it out. I thought it was good.